Cigarette smoking remains the leading cause of preventable death in the United States, accounting for 1 in 5 deaths every year. Now, one small town in Massachusetts is fighting for a smoke-free generation, but not everyone is on board. Joining us now to break this down are law professors Dan Farbman and Katharine Silbaugh. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Interesting concept. So, Kate, we're going to start with you. You actually played a role in passing a new smoke-free legislation in Brookline, Massachusetts, outside of Boston. Tell us more about this law.
Yeah, so, it's already been 60 years that we have known that tobacco was very harmful to our health. So you could have imagined that by now no one would be using it. But they do, and it's because they start when they're very young, brains are still developing, and then it's just so hard to quit. So our local law takes a new approach to the next 60 years. And it says, if you were born in the 21st century, after January 1st, 2000, you're never going to be able to buy tobacco. But it keeps in place full permission to existing smokers at the time the law passed. So let's leave smokers alone. Let's support them if they want to quit, but let's instead turn our legal focus to those who are not yet addicted and focus on making them into a tobacco-free generation.
So this was all based on prevention, like stop it before it even starts, correct?
Yes. We thought that once a person is already a smoker, because the substance addictive, it's incredibly difficult to remove smoking from their life. And we've always known this from a public health standpoint, but what we're asking is, what if we knew it from a legal standpoint? What if we said, as a legal matter, if you're already a smoker, we understand, but we're going to focus on people who are not yet smokers.
Interesting idea, but Kate, Brookline is not the only place approving this type of legislation, is that right?
Yes, other cities and towns are also looking at us, and now some other countries, New Zealand and Malaysia, have both said this year that they plan to adopt a birth date restriction like ours and create a tobacco-free generation in each of those countries as well.
All right, to you, Dan, you say you're skeptical on how much this will actually help curb smoking. Tell us more.
Well, so I should start by saying that I totally support the basic project here, which is I totally agree that smoking is a terrible habit. And I guess the reason I would be skeptical is only pragmatic in the sense that, Brookline is a town that's bounded by other towns. And it strikes me that it's likely that many people who are motivated to will just go to the next town over to buy cigarettes. I do think that there will be some small incursion on people starting in the sort of the most casual way possible, just at their corner store. But I tend to think that the sort of broader projects in New Zealand or in Malaysia have more promise, right? Because it's harder to just leave New Zealand to go buy a cigarette. It's a lot easier to go to Alston, just across the line in Brookline. And I don't think it's a critique of the law so much as a just sort of a realistic problem when you legislate local government by local government on these kinds of public health issues that go much more broadly than town boundaries.